Well, taking the car for a drive, following the replacement of the automatic transmission pipes. The metal pipes were rusty. Everything's been changed. All the hoses, they were seeping everywhere. It was a right mess, and they were completely original to 1984. So there's no surprise that they were leaking. But trying to check whether there are any dribbles in torrential rains, far from easy. Obviously, there's water dribbling off the bottom of the car. You know, I did check it earlier. It was up on ramps. It was raining, and I ran the engine, and we had no leaks. When I tested it last night, there were perforations in the steel hoses. It was really squirting out quite dramatically. I couldn't have driven that at all. So I'm quite happy that. If you saw the earlier video, you'll have seen that. I just used a piece of 8mm. It's actually central heating copper piping. I just got it from a plumber's merchants. The replacement I found on the internet last night, which were actually not in great supply, but the only one I found was £168 plus delivery for a genuine Jaguar part. I didn't fancy paying that sort of price, to be fair. So I thought, well, let's try it with 8mm copper piping. It just came in a big coil, and all I've done, I've just literally threaded it through and connected it up to see if the car actually drives. And it's just driving beautifully. I've been to a petrol service station, waited for about 10 minutes with the engine running, you know, waiting for all the drips to start coming from the bottom of the car. The drips of water, obviously. But we don't actually have any... we don't have any oil leaks either. I just topped up the transmission fluid. It was a little bit low, but nothing serious. I think it took about half a litre, but I did spill quite a lot whilst I was, changing all of the pipes. A lot of it went down my arms and in my face because I was lying on my back underneath the car. So I did get sort of showered in it. Working in the rain's never, to be honest, it's working under a car is not a pleasant experience. Working under a car in the street, and if you're getting wet at the same time, it doesn't actually make it that much worse. It really is not that much worse, to be fair. You know, it's not comfortable in the street at the best of times, so I can live with that. I'm really rather thrilled. I will be driving this car back to Brighton tomorrow evening, and it'll be a 200-mile drive, but I really do need to be absolutely sure that I've got no oil leaks before I took this drive on. Now, when I get back next week, I will remove the original steel pipe, which is rusted and perforated. I'll remove it and I'll fabricate a complete new pipe out of copper, exactly the same size and shape, because the one that's in there at the moment, it's literally just been threaded through anywhere I could get it through. It's completely the wrong shape, but at least it's working. It's not leaking. It looks a bit of a mess, but it's working, so I really am pleased. But anyway, I am sort of driving in the city centre. I shouldn't really be driving, obviously, and I need to put the blower on to clean the windscreen as well. With the blower on, you won't be able to hear me talk, so I'll shut up gossiping now and turn the blower on.